That works. All right. Does this baby work? Let's see. Something's there. All right. I think we'll be fine. Oops. Okay. TED team, can we go ahead? All right, awesome. All right, we can go back to what you were just doing. That was great. I loved it. Yeah, that's good. Nah, no, wait. Something was wrong. Something was wrong. But let's try it again. Oh, that's better. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so thank you. Thanks, everybody. This was the only time I'm gonna use this talk. So it was also the best part of the talk. Thank you so much. um, what you just heard right now with this bass was me using what I consider one of my favorite voices. It's my voice. It's my favorite instrument and my favorite color as well. And this is what I use in my band when I go on stage. But I didn't always know what my voice really was. Let me just make this a little bigger. It's hard to read. All right, perfect. So when I was a little bit older than most of you here, maybe the age of the people behind you taking care of the tech stuff, what I really wanted to do was this. And that actually is me. Right there, the third one from the left. And then I did it a few more times, Oh, too far. So I also did a myriad of other stuff besides playing on stage. I worked backstage with some artists. Like here, I worked as a technician in a big studio, recording studio for music, like this. And I produced music with a bunch of really awesome artists. I was also part of many different bands, all of this stuff. And somehow, for the longest time, this is years, like 10 years, I felt like a failure, felt like something was not working, something was off, like I didn't choose the right path. I was doing all the things that I was supposed to do, that I saw my idols do, and yet something felt wrong. So I thought I knew what I wanted to do since I was about your age. And every time I got another slice of it, it felt like the recipe was a little bit off. Like the voice I was speaking with, not necessarily with my mouth, with my bass and all the other stuff, wasn't the one that I had in my head. Something didn't match. Like I didn't know how to hear my inner voice. Like I was just repeating what other people have told me before. So at this point, you might be asking, what is my voice? Yeah, nice. Let's explore what it means to use your voice. So for starters, it's obviously not only, like I said, the sounds coming out of your mouth. What is that thing that I call your voice? I'm talking about the things that you do, but other people don't. I'm talking about things that you make for yourself, just to make yourself happy. I'm talking about all the ways that you do something, solve a problem, make something fun, and your parents go, what? Why again? Not super clear? That's fine. Let me explain. How do you find your voice? So let's go back a bit to my story, put it in context. The first time I knew I wasn't speaking with my voice, with what sounded like me, I was working in this beautiful, expensive studio. Oh wait, where are we? This is wrong. That's fine. This one, right? So I was working at this awesome studio. I was working a technical job. I was connecting cables. I was putting microphones up. I was taking care of computers. And the first year I was doing that was filled with learning. Was filled with so much I didn't know that I had to quickly learn, and it was great. Second year was filled with doubt, repetition, worry, exhaustion, eventually. And I felt like I was doing work for people and for projects that I didn't really align with. That the entire time I was there, I had some sort of a mask on myself. I made myself smaller. I didn't listen to the warnings of my inner voice telling me something's off. The few moments I made a true connection or worked on the rare project that actually stoked my inner fire were just these incredible highlights, while the rest, 95% of the time, I was kind of stuck and kind of lost, wondering, what is that I'm doing? To be clear, I'm not telling you that in your future, in work, everything has to feel amazing. That's not the point. Like grinding and learning and struggling is key to learn what your inner voice is and how to use it. So, as I'm working in the studio, I'm also leading a metal band, where is it? Here, called Silence is the Enemy. So these are my boys. And I've been doing that since I was 18. Not that much older. Maybe some of you, but. And at that moment, where I'm not sure anymore what's going on, it's about year 9 of the band. I've been doing this for almost 10 years, and we're here. And at that moment, I just don't hear myself in this music that I've been making. It didn't speak to me like in the beginning. I spent all of this time, literally every other evening, every weekend or most, for years, building the project, writing the music, making the videos, all of the fun stuff. And at the end, I was sort of annoyed, maybe indifferent. That's even worse. I wrote so much of it, I directed so much of it, I poured my soul into it, and okay. And it didn't feel, no. Well, we'll still have a moment to go. Don't worry about it. And so, okay, I'm doing this, doesn't feel like me. So how is it possible? How is it possible that I'm doing all this stuff since I'm 18 and it's not my voice? So, I'm 26 at that moment. My band finally get to a place where we're doing this kind of stuff. Cool stages, we're having fun. I always dreamt of doing that as a kid, as a young adult. And at that moment where we are doing all of these things, I feel like it's the last thing I want to focus on. We'll get there. I'm going through a hard time at work, as I just mentioned, and it looks like all of these photos, right? I mean, where are we? All of this stuff. It looks like I'm doing cool things, and I don't know, just didn't. So this is what I'm realizing: I am not using my voice. I'm not being true to myself. I'm still wearing a mask, like this. Oops. I was so stubborn to be what I thought I was supposed to be that it took me several more years to start listening to my inner voice, the voice of who I wanted to be. Okay, so now something changes. In my experience so far, life has a way to show you that you're going down the wrong path and offers turns. And the hard thing is to see those turns and take them when they come. So I do a bunch of stuff. I meet a lot of new people. I do a lot of other musical projects. I try new ways to express myself. I end up switching instruments, playing guitar, I play bass. I end up working on a bunch of new genres of music. I start working with hip hop, with neo soul. I start working with different types of rock. Before I was just doing metal. And I end up specializing in recording singers. Me, the person who never dared to sing, and who at your age didn't even care about singing in music. I only cared about the sounds. And so finally, a new turn, new opportunity. A friend of mine is inviting me to start something new, a YouTube channel where we will teach in French how to record yourself, how to make music at home. Wait, this is not some other stuff, you know, blah, blah, blah. This is the thing. And we're doing this type of stuff, and it's fun. So, yes, you can use toilet paper to make things sound better. But if you're interested, there's a video on YouTube about it. So, starting this project, I was a little worried because it's someone else came up with it. And I was really worried that I will not be able to use that voice of mine that I already felt was hard to find, that it will be some sort of a fake idea of myself. Today, it's one of the places where I use my real voice the most. In this whole thing of YouTube and education, I learned a lot about myself. And throughout it, very slowly, it's been 5 years, so it takes time, I realized that it gave me the opportunity to finally find my voice. Today I know that my voice sounds like mine when I get to help people. If I don't get to help people, something's off. I get to do that through all of these things. Today I know that my voice sounds like mine when I do a lot of different projects and different types of music. As a producer, I look for the artists to work with me instead of them finding me. And today, I know that I want to work with people who are honest, who are kind, who are generous, and who strive to do more. If the people I'm working with don't have these qualities, it doesn't work for me. When I was about your age, maybe a little bit older, I did not make some mistake or poor choice of voice. That was not the problem. I just had at the same time, a very vague idea of what it should be and a too specific one. Because it was somebody else's voice. It was something that I heard from people around me or I saw other people doing. Okay? So, how do you know that it's your voice and not someone else's? It'll take time to decipher, but if I can give you one main advice, it's quite easy. It's usually the one that gives you butterflies in your stomach. It makes you feel vulnerable, makes you feel seen. It feels like it might not work, and yet it's exciting. Okay, so what to do with all of that? How do you go beyond those other people's voices? It's a bit abstract, it's not obvious, but I'd love for you to walk away feeling a little more free. Free to not know, free to try and fail, free to speak and change your mind. If your voice, again, still not only speaking about just what's coming out of my mouth, but everything I do, if that voice makes you go, then there is a good indication that you might be trying someone else's idea for life. You don't have to please everyone with your voice or your vision. Some won't like it, and that's okay. Some will like it, and that's amazing. Your voice is your unique expression. You do it for yourself, not for the others. So I'll leave you with this little phrase: let your voice take you to infinity and beyond. Thank you. Thanks.
Please remain seated.
Thank you, André, for that great talk. We all enjoyed the music and the talk.
We'll be back shortly after the break with more thought-provoking talks.
Thank you for listening and have a great day.